Today, boys and girls, we're going to read a story called The Cool Bean. And this is by Jory John and Pete Oswald. Oh my goodness, wait till you see the back. This says, "Here come the cool beans." Does this look like an interesting book? I think you'll enjoy it. The Cool Bean. Oh my goodness. The Cool Bean. Watch out! Here comes the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses, yo. The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house across town, beyond county lines. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. So here, this bean used to be friends with them, but then for a while they couldn't spend time together. Maybe like the pandemic, when we haven't been able to see our friends, or you haven't been able to have your play dates, or you couldn't come to school for a while, and Miss Dillon couldn't go see her son, and I couldn't go see my family or go out with my friends. And so that just happens sometimes. Well, then these three got back together, and they're kind of leaving this bean out. And he's going, like that just happens sometimes. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. Cool. One of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses, too big. I slicked my hair back, too slick. I strutted around. Ow! I swaggered. Oof. So he was trying to be things that he really wasn't. And that wasn't working for him, was it? Nope. I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed. Honk! I walked into stuff. Oof. I was an uncool bean for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try.
Mrs. Klein, if you could please come to the office. Mrs. Klein to the office, please.
I'd never be a cool bean. It seemed like there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans continued to be cool. I mean, sure, I miss them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it went until one day. I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Oh no, not again. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe cried a little bit, and everybody saw me. Another one of the cool beans came by my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. It looks like he put a bandage on him. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everybody stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then, everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. That means like he would never be a bean again. That's what he felt like. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. She gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. How do you think that made him feel that she helped him after the other kids were making fun of him? Yeah. So he said, but it was also everything. Let's see how it changed his thinking. I walked home with my goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been? Like, how have you been? Not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. It looks like now he is helping someone else. You need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool. And there they are again. So sometimes we don't feel like we fit in very well. It feels like that person's playing with somebody else and that person's playing with somebody else. And we just don't feel like we have somebody to play with, or we don't feel like maybe like somebody likes us. But we just keep trying to do our very best. And if we are the ones that try to be friendly and we're the ones that try to help other people, then that helps us feel better. And like the book, we can be a cool bean. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.